But there's an organization called Unesco, and they put out something that said that there would be quality and inclusive education for all by 2030. And it would allow for government control of every educational option through regulations and accountability measures tied to public funding. So basically, they're saying by 2030, every educational option, every child will be under the government control, okay, through regulations and through accountability measures. And they're going to do it through this public funding. They had a surprisingly transparent article that they put out called the Global Education Monitoring Report. And the authors describe how public money funding private schools and the regulations that come with it, and we'll talk about that, can be utilized as, quote, the main policy option to tackle education inequalities resulting from private actors' involvement in the provision of education. So to distill that down, basically, this is a policy tactic to infiltrate all private education through government regulation. I mean, the report further states that the, quote, regulation of evaluation, which are assessments, and accountability frameworks play a strategic role in promoting that all publicly funded schools, independently of their ownership, are correctly aligned with quality standards and also with the equity goals and objectives set by the government. So basically, everyone is going to comply to this. And lastly, it goes on to describe just a few of the equity-oriented regulatory strategies that can be enforced on the private sector. They urge all governments to, wait for it, quote, see all institutions, students, and teachers as part of a single system. Standards, information, incentives, and accountability should help governments protect, respect, and fulfill the right to the education of all without turning their eyes away from privilege or exploitation. So basically, by 2030, they want to control all education options. And the way that they're going to accomplish this is written right here. It's through funding all options, because we know that what the government funds, the government controls.